Hey guys, welcome to Herding Little Cows to the Glory of God. Today is a Tuesday. I don't know when this is going to go up, but today is a Tuesday and we are going to the library today because we have some appointments and we're going to be driving right by the library. So we are taking books back. We are not going to get new books because we still have some that we're in the middle of reading, and we are waiting for the library to get a couple books that I've requested from other libraries. So we're just not going to go in and do the whole library thing today. So we got a bunch of books. Some of the books I've talked about in past videos, some I'm not going to talk about. Be looking for another video that I'm going to do that's going to be longer length about how we pick books and how we choose to read books and how we choose to study other people's worldviews. So we'll be doing that in a separate video. But these books are all books that I suggest, and all of these books can be read. Like I like to read books with my kids, but all of these books are safe books to be read for just kids. Sometimes I give you reviews on books that are like tougher topics. And so I will give you, if I'm giving you a book like that, I would tell you this is a book I would read with my child because of the tough topic. But anyway, these books are all okay for just kids to read. So A Christmas Like Helen's, this one. It is about a little girl who was born on a Vermont farm. And it's saying, if you want a Christmas like Helen's, then you need to have a barn. And it needs to be big enough for some cows, and maybe your grandfather built it, right? Mm-hmm. And she talks about her life living on the farm. It is probably early 1900s, late 1800s. It doesn't say exactly what year it is, but it's just talking about farm life. It's talking about how they have to do work in the summer so that they have like, or in the spring even, to do maple syrup so that they'll have maple syrup for their pancakes on Christmas, how they have to work the farm all year. If you are a family that does not do Christmas, this does talk about Christmas. They go for their Christmas Eve service at church. They have a Christmas tree, that type of thing. But there is no mention of Santa in the book. They exchange gifts, but there's no Santa in this book. So if you're a family that does Christmas but doesn't do Santa, this book. Okay. Yeah. Okay, this book, An Old-Fashioned Thanksgiving. Can you see that one? Hmm? Louisa May Alcott. She's known for writing Little Women. This is a picture book. By the way, I like all the pictures in all these books. They're different styles, but all of these pictures are really nice too. So this is Louisa May Alcott. These girls, this family is getting ready for Thanksgiving. They hear that grandma is not doing well, so mom and dad go to check on grandma. The girls try to make Thanksgiving like mom does. And if you know, houses do not run exactly the same when mom is gone, and that's okay. But they make a couple mistakes in their thing, yeah. Right? And so one of the things they do is they're making plum pudding, and they don't make their plum pudding correctly. But plum pudding is something that our family has never eaten. So we actually looked up a video and watched someone make plum pudding, so we knew what plum pudding was.
And they were using this book.
So then we also looked up a video for apple slump, which is something that they make in this book. And we found a video where a little girl was making apple slump using this recipe, talking about this book. And so we figured out apple slump is like, I don't know what you would exactly call it, but it's like apples on the bottom with like a cake batter on top. But anyway, this book was very fun. Everything is rescued in the end. Everyone's fine. It's a good book. There you go. Okay. A Long Road on a Short Day. There's a couple different reasons I liked this book. One is it's a father and his son going out to try to find a cow for mom, to try to buy a cow for mom. This is probably late 1800s, early 1900s again. Again, it doesn't say when it is, but just the type of things. There's like a general type store in town. There's a lot of farmers in the area. And mom wants a milk cow. So they go out and they trade things, right, with their neighbors along the way. And so they trade like some, I don't remember all the things, but like there's some lanterns in there. There's a book in there at some point. They trade for other stuff. And this boy is showing his dad that he is a good worker and that he's going to go and not complain during their cold day, right? Yeah. They get to meet a bunch of the neighbors. It's just neat to see the community spirit in it and this little boy kind of working up to adulthood. The other thing that I like about this book is its chapters, but the chapters are very, very short. You hear someone counting money in the corner. She found a bunch of coins. The chapters are short. So the chapters are only like 4 pages long, just this length. And so it's really nice. I'm actually keeping this book for another time because I read this out loud to the kids. They kept wanting another chapter, but I'm actually keeping it because now this is a good length book for Malachi right now. Malachi is 5, but he was an early reader, and this would be a book that he could read aloud to somebody and just practice. Here you go.
Yeah.
You like that one? And then another one, I may have talked about this book on another video we've done because we've read this book before, but it's called A Very Important Day by Maggie Herold. And just so you know, if you read this book, there is a pronunciation guide in the back of it. So these, I'll tell you, be a very important day. But it starts out with different families getting ready to go to town and go to the courthouse, and it's snowing on this very important day. And they're talking about, oh, this never would have happened to us in Greece. Oh, this never would have happened to us in India. Oh, it's fine because I'm from Scotland, so it's fine. And they're all going to become American citizens. And so I got this book long before the inauguration day. Like, we've had this one for a while, but with stuff going on with inauguration day, like with what President Trump has said, there is naturalized citizenship, and that's something that people are talking about right now. We've actually been on the streets in Portland before when we were out doing ministry, and we have watched people walk by with their certificates and their flags. And so that's what happens at the end of this book, and it actually tells you about what it needs to become a naturalized citizen. And the work that people put in to become naturalized citizens is really amazing because they give you a test on your knowledge of American history and government. And I don't know that I'd be able to pass the test. And that's what they have to do to go to the courthouse and get this naturalized citizenship thing. So it's just neat because in the book, family and friends come with them, and it tells about having to go up and get their certificate and going through the oath, and the oath is written in here and everything. So I just thought that was really neat, that is a process that is in our Constitution. So if your kids have studied the Constitution and stuff, it's just neat that this book is all about that. But their names are from all different countries. So use the pronunciation guide because I didn't know all of them. So anyway, those were the 4 books I wanted to mention this time. We have been enjoying a lot of different books from the library. I've got more on hold, so we'll talk about those ones later. And we will see you guys next time on Herding Little Cows to the Glory of God. You guys say bye.
Bye.